What's up, anime fans? This is Christopher C. Manga here, coming to you with a review of this week's chapter of Bleach 519. Really funny chapter, in my opinion. I know a lot of people might hate it for what happened because really not a lot really happened. The story didn't progress too much, but for me personally, I actually enjoyed it. It's nice to see some comedy in Bleach because it's been lacking that for a while now. But anyway, let's go on. Okay, I'm gonna do this review a bit differently. Basically, I'm not gonna do a full recap of the chapter because more than likely, if you're watching this review, you already read the chapter, so there's no point in me telling you what happened in the chapter. So I'm just gonna give you my thoughts and opinions of what happened. Basically, I might do a small synopsis or summary of what happened, but I'm pretty much just gonna give you the bullet points, basically the key things that happened in this chapter. So first of all, the focus of this chapter was on the Zero Squad member called, I believe it was Tenjiro Kirigi. I think that's his name, the Pompadour guy. Basically the medical officer of the Zero Division. So what we found out now is that his healing techniques are really, obviously they're superior to Unohana's. He actually uses a hot spring to heal his patients, basically, which is we've seen that before, and he actually does comment on the hot spring that Urahara and Yoruichi used to use back in the day when they healed Ichigo's wounds when they were in the training period, and he said they actually developed that hot spring idea from my techniques, basically. So he is the originator of that particular healing method. Anyway, there's a lot of comedy that happens, basically, but before that, we get to see the structure of the royal realm. Basically, we find out that at the top of it is the royal castle, and then below it, around it, there's like these 5 individual plates, basically, and each plate is owned by one of the members of the Zero Squad. So they actually own their own city, which is crazy. Now what I'm wondering now, are there actual spirits living in those cities, or are they the only ones that inhabit it? Because that'd be crazy, like one person to a city by themselves. That's a bit weird. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more spirit beings actually living in the royal realm. So they must be either really powerful, or just like maybe they're the aristocrats of the Soul Society. Maybe the lower Soul Society we have like the people that live in the Rukendai, the poor people, and then in the spirit realm we have like the high society, basically the rich people. Maybe they're the ones that inhabit those particular cities. That's just an idea. I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, and then we get an explanation as to how they were able to enter the spirit, the soul, the royal. The royal. So basically, we get an explanation how they actually managed to enter the royal realm, because Ichigo comments that okay, Aizen tried to enter the royal realm by creating the soul key, but you guys didn't use the soul key. So how do we end up here? And then the big the guy with the Akuma beads around his neck, I forgot his name, the fat guy, the jolly one. He says that the key is in our bones, basically. When we become royal gods, the spirit king actually made our bodies the key to enter the actual royal realm. And then he actually says that Aizen actually wanted to create the key by creating life itself. So Aizen actually wanted to create life and become the new god of Soul Society and the world, I guess. And then the scientist one, she says that Aizen is the personification of pure evil, which I can kind of see that, but I can disagree at the same time, because Aizen was evil, but he wasn't that evil. I think they're just over exaggerating it. Anyway, so then then the scene I mentioned previously, they shoot Ichigo up to Kirin, I think they shoot Ichigo up to Kirinji's hot spring, on where she begins to get healed. And then we found out that Ichigo, Byakuya and Renji and even Rukia, they're all in the same hot spring as healing, basically. It starts off with Ichigo and Pompadour guy just chilling, and then Byakuya floats up and then he pushes his head back down. I think then we get that comical moment with Ichigo screaming like you're gonna drown him. He's like, nah, you won't drown, it's fine. And then he pulls up Renji's head like a turnip, and then you see Rukia floating around with her arse up. Then it's just it's comical, it's funny. Like I'm not doing it justice explaining how funny it was, but read it, you have to be ready for yourself. If you found it funny, yeah, we're on the same wavelength. Anyway, so other than that, the biggest surprise we got at the end was the reveal of the Spirit King himself, and it looks like I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I can't quite make out what it is at the moment, but it's just, well, if they say king, then it has to be a guy, unless he be queen. But yeah, it's just this weird young looking thing with like black eyes with like, you know, stars in it or something. It just looks really creepy. Anyway, I guess we're gonna get get to see him next chapter, hopefully, unless we jump to Hekamundo or back to Soul Society. Hope not, because and I think, you know, prediction as to how, you know, the rest of the next couple of chapters are gonna go. I think it's gonna excuse me. I think it's gonna be, you know, Ichigo going to each of the Zero Divisions, different city. Each of the cities owned by the Zero Division, basically, you know, and then we get to learn more about them. Like, I'm really, I think everyone kind of had an idea that the Pompadour guy, he's like a douchebag or a dickhead or something. His head does look like a dick, but that's beside the point. He actually is a, you know, decent character. He's cool. He's I don't know, like, he's one of those characters, yeah, that, you know, he tries to make everyone hate him, but you just end up loving him in the end. Like, I think he's gonna be a really cool character. So far, he's one of my favorites of the Z Divisions that we've seen. So far we've only really seen four of them. Like the black dude, he's getting like, you know, no screen time whatsoever. I didn't even know anything about this guy. Did he even come back with them? He's just in the shadow somewhere. I don't know. Hopefully we get some, you know, hopefully he gets some screen time, because I want to know what his personality is like. Hopefully he's not some generic black guy that raps or just, you know, blinging out for no saying stupid shit. Hopefully he's someone like how, you know, Tosin was. Like, he's just not a generic stereotype. That's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully he's not like that. Maybe his appearance is just gonna be, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm hoping that's the case with him. But yeah, that's my review. Me personally enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10. Well, no, 9 is a bit too high for this chapter. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. It was good. There could have been a lot more improvement, and I'm liking how the chapters are moving really quickly now. We're not staying too long on any one topic. We're actually moving fast, and that's good. That means, you know, we get more development in a short amount of time, so which is cool. And we'll leave the filler bits for the anime when we actually just start again. Anyway, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, let me know what you think is gonna happen in the comment chapter. Do you agree with my, you know, my thoughts that we're gonna be, you know, jumping between each of the Zero Squad's cities, and then we learn more about them, or we're gonna do something completely different? So if you agree with that, let me know. If you don't, you know, what do you think is gonna happen? Just comment below. Anyway, guys, take care.